Biohacking is a very interesting and a near and dear topic for me. And one of the tips which Dr. Marcus Rani has been really helping me in his podcast, which he shared with me, was all about sleep. And I can tell you, I have been really focused on sleep. In fact, invested in a device which can help me track my sleep patterns and understand what's working for me in sleep and what's not working in the sleep. So if you're looking to get better in life, I can tell you, if you forget everything else but focus on sleep, will really change your life. And today I am here to share with you how sleep has really helped me get better every day by 1% on a frequent basis. So here are my things which I have undertaken, or tips which I have undertaken. Let me tell you one thing: I'm not a professional coach, or a health expert, but sleep, which is a basic thing every human being can ensure that they get every day a good quality sleep, is far more important than taking any tablets or pills. So again, as I said, I'm not a health expert, but I'm here to share how sleep has really helped me get not only better with my weight, but also with my skin. I can feel the difference in my skin and also my cognitive capabilities on a daily basis. So here are the few things as tips which I'm here to share. So the first piece is sleep schedule. I've ensured whether I'm traveling or I'm at home, my sleep schedule is consistent. And what I mean by that is I sleep at a particular time, come what may. I ensure that my work is completed at a particular time, and then after that, I cannot sleep immediately after that. So I ensure that I have a routine, an evening routine, which I can indulge in, which allows me to get into a state of sleep, which then allows me to have a good sound sleep. The second tip is ensuring that it's a quieter environment. Having phones around you, or having basic clocks, which if you hear that sound of a second, the second arm, which makes that tick 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 sound, can be disturbance into your sound sleep. So I would highly recommend keep your phones away from you. What I mean by that, not just an arm's length which you can easily roll over and grab your phone. If possible, keep the phone in a different room altogether, which I have started doing. Yes, people will say, hey, but what about the alarm? What do we do about the alarm clock? I would recommend invest in a cheap alarm clock, which is analog and not digital, which is around your bedside, so that you can keep an alarm on that analog alarm clock itself. The third piece is ensuring there is enough darkness. It's good to invest in some blinders at your place or at your home, which will ensure that there is complete darkness in the room. Small lights can really disturb your sleep, which has impacted me when I used to travel, and certain hotels do not have these blinders. Those days or those nights have been really disturbing for me to get to sleep. So ensure that you are able to create complete darkness and not even have a small ray of light coming into your room, which can really impact your sleep. The fourth piece, staying away from devices. Usually going to bed, I prefer to not have any devices, whether it's mobile, tablets, or my laptop, because these rays or these lights, the blue light which is emitted from these devices, can really be impacting your quality of sleep. And I have seen that it has really impacted my quality of sleep. So focusing on keeping these devices away, and not only away, but not using them for about an hour or two before you go into bed, will really help you have a good sound sleep. The fifth area, having certain, what I spoke about earlier, is the evening rituals. For example, taking a hot shower bath, like Andrew Huberman talks about. I would highly recommend, if you don't get good sleep, try taking a hot shower, and because it helps your body take into a body temperature, which really enhances the quality of sleep. So taking a hot shower bath may be part of your evening ritual, but taking any other evening ritual practices, like reading a book, which can be a mindless book. Don't read anything which requires your brain to work a lot, or journaling, or spending time with family and having a casual conversation. All these small evening practices can really make a big impact into your quality of sleep. The other tip is avoiding caffeine. I've completely gone away from caffeine now. It's been almost 8 months I've given up caffeine, any form of caffeine, whether it is green tea, black tea or coffee. I've completely given them up. If I need to have coffee, I will have a decaf coffee. I would highly recommend to stay away from caffeine, but if you cannot stay away from caffeine, typically 2 to 4 p.m. should be your last cup of coffee or tea or green tea, so that it allows you to flush that caffeine from your system. Not 100%. It takes about 12 hours to flush caffeine from your body, but on an average. But if you really want to have a good sound sleep, I would highly recommend restrict your caffeine intake much earlier than the bedtime which you would typically have. And my last tip is using data to track. And what I have been doing is using data to track what's working for me and what's not working for me, and what practices prior going to bed are really helping me to go to bed and have a sound sleep. Like I can tell you, because I have just come back from a travel, I had a serious jet lag and I was only able to have 4.5 hours of sleep. But it was not just because of jet lag. There were many other things which have resulted in me not having a sound sleep. For example, my own rule of staying away from devices. Unfortunately, that day I got an urgent call and I had to pick it, and that rattled my brain. And not only that, I was exposed to the entire mobile screen. That impacted my quality of sleep. So here, these are few tips. I will make another video in the future which may have more tips in terms of what are those rituals or practices which I have undertaken to enhance my sleep. I hope this video has been helpful to you. And if you have any thoughts about sleep or biohacking, would love to hear from you in the comment section, or do drop in an email to me.